It's one of those days that you just get up and and um, and it's the second day of the year, and you just don't can't just stay in the house, folks, and do nothing. You sit down and you can either do email or get on YouTube and and play around and all sort of things, answer things. But I'm wondering if this year, if a lot of us want to just sit around and don't do anything. So I decided to get out of the house and just get outside and do some work. It's cold, cold. So welcome to Shippy the Explorer. This is the second day of January 2026, and I'm telling you, this year is running already, running like crazy. So I say, let me get out of the house and get some exercise, and that's just to walk, but at least you can see the place is a little bit messy. So get out and do some yard work and talk to you and encourage you. So I get my broom, my rake. You see, it's gardening in the winter. So what are your resolutions, folks? This is what have you decided to do in terms of setting new goals for yourself and just try to live a decent life in this new year. You know, we are getting older, and so we have to have certain amount of plans. So that's the thing. I think I've encouraged some of you already. If you're in a society that you have kids and you are progressive and you're working and you are having an income and you have accumulated certain amount of wealth, and so I encourage you to establish your estate, a revocable trust or something like that, so you can plan for your future and plan for your family. The revocable trust is something that you are. And when I talk about trust, a lot of people talk about, think right away about money. You have heard about the trust funds, and people who are fairly rich, they talk about trust funds, and that's the money aspect of it. But there is something that we call revocable trust, where you establish your trust, and within that trust, if you have a house, the house owns the trust. It's a trust of, say, John Brown owns this house, and you don't own it anymore. And you have a car, well, bank accounts, and also you put in that. Within that trust, you also have your medical instruction. Within that trust, you can have a will that gives further instructions, and then you establish a person who will, if eventually a debt you person who will be in charge, and you can appoint or name a number 1, 2, and 3 down the road, just in case one gets tired and all that. So I've encouraged, said this before, but I'll repeat it again as one of my encouragement to you across the world. And if you are just living a really regular society where you just have, not a lot of things, but you have land and so forth, and you want to keep it within the family, do write wills. Write your wills, simple will, and get it witnessed and maybe signed by a JP or member of the courts or something like that. Depends on what the laws does in your country. When I talk now, I'm maybe thinking of places in Africa and other parts of the world. I know Australia, it seems like they have things under control, and somewhat the United States also. Those are the things you get straightened out, because we are getting to, people of my age, we are getting to that time when we are getting older and we have certain things, family items we want to pass down the generation, keep it within the family. And so if you don't give instruction at this time, when you're healthy and your mind is clear, you can think, you can write and give instruction and put these things in writing, then it's a problem down the road when, if you even write a will, this is something that you write a will and you have properties across the board and so forth, and when you pass, then that will has to be probated. Go through the courts, the process of dealing with all of these things, and people get into your business, and then that's where they tax the heck out of your family, folks. Your family don't inherit anything. So as I do a little bit of cleaning here, and this is mainly for exercise, folks. I think you can see, I show you, well, you can see some of it as I talk to you and do a little bit of work to get the muscles activated and moving. Movement is important, folks. So that's what I'm doing today with you. Yes, so that's the thing. Repeat that thing if you have a will, and pass, and it gets probated. And let's say, for instance, you have a house. You have a house. The house is passed on to the kids, but they can't inherit without they pay. They're gonna have to pay tax on that property. And sometimes, whichever government you're in, the government heats up the majority of the equity and the value of the property. Heat out maybe 10, 20, 30% of it, and what you were saying, you thought you were leaving something substantial to the kids, then they have gone with it, and their kitty. So it's important that you set your family documents and things in place. And the other thing too, for the older ones who are older guys, that I would say, you see how far we're getting farther and farther. So it's an indication that as you get older, you're moving away from the family. What one generation is passing on to the next, and so you are getting further. So this is also an indication. So what I was saying is that as you have you have lived your life and and now another generation is about to take your place, then you have to set these things in place so that it's easier for whoever inherit you, that they don't get burdened by the government or whichever government you have in your respective country. It's really a shame that sometimes things are left to the kids or other members of the family or friends, and they don't enjoy a substantial amount of the wealth or object that you leave for them. It's gone. It's gone, eaten out by the government. Anyway, as I exercise, I'll continue to be Shippy the Explorer and talk some more around what I'm doing and encourage you for this 2026. Yeah, I'll be right there getting my gloves. Here we go. So what I'm doing today, we welcome you to this new year and say thanks for the Shippy the Explorer is saying I really appreciate what you have done for us, and religiously keep in touch with whatever I do and listen sometime to what I'd say, because some of it is sure, some of it is important. You'll learn from that. So but really this mindset, I'm encouraging everyone to be really proactive this year in what you do, and it's being proactive in what you do, and be a responsible person in your family and the society in which you live. Yeah, I'm telling you. So, and get some exercise, I tell you, man. Get the exercise. So just tell you what I'm doing really is, each year this earth seems to pass through a zone in the solar system that brings a lot of breeze in this land. And I've never noticed it when I grew up in the Caribbean to a certain extent. I didn't notice that before, and maybe I saw it as Christmas breeze and I enjoyed it. But as you go in this temperate region, it seems like this breeze, 2 or 3 episodes of it, it's really powerful, and so it's blown down the limbs, dead limbs off a tree, the rest of the leaves, and so it's an annual problem in this temperate zone. You would think nature is taking care of itself by breeze, eradicate and strip the trees of its dead limbs and branches, and so place is in a mess. So best for me to just rake it up. So I'm keeping you homebound with us for another few weeks, or at least local, before, if everything goes all right, I'll be having a surprise series, more interesting than what we do in College Park. Here we are. And I'm sure it's gonna be really a blessing and inspiration to a number of you. So right now I'm probably making noise in your head with this dry leaves. And some of you would probably say, why we don't just get rid of it? It's too much. That's too much. Just have to keep dry beds around the area. So we can keep the weeds down. All right. Well, here you go. This is the first load of taking it down to the pile and dispose of it. Fall or winter time in this part of the world the landscape is not as pretty as it is in the summer or in the spring, because it's a lot of dry stuff, dead stuff that's around. I tell you. Yep. I'll show you. Get back into the camera view and then probably show you what it looks like down in the river. I tell you, it's a good chance to show you what it looks like. All right, let's show you the dryness and how the place is in winter. You see some trees that stay green, and those are evergreens, and you see, as I'm not even sure this is laurel or this is a different type of a laurel plant, but the olives, they stay green too. And here's another laurel tree, but they spring up and look better. And then we have the back of the woods, where I'll show you the river. Since the trees have lost their leaves, this is where I've been dumping this pile of things. It's a compost really, and it just stays here and decompose. I've dropped tons of trees here over the years, and it just decomposes. And you wonder what what happens to the the material of this earth when it decomposes? Does it turn back to a form of a gas? Well, I leave that to the scientists. And here we are. The house is right behind the Indian Creek River. And now you can see down by the river as a great example of what the place is. Very steep, maybe 100 feet down, or yes, maybe about 75 feet from the peak here elevation. So we are up by about between 75 and 100 feet above sea level at this intersection. And you can see everything is dry and dry except the evergreens. And so, see, I'm dumping some logs. I often wonder and wish that these logs could have been used and exported to, say for instance, India, where on the Ghats they do a lot of burning, cremation of your loved ones, and we have tons of wood in this country, certain parts of especially the temperate region, tons of wood. Look at the hawk. He just went after a bird and missed. So he's trying to get some dinner. Maybe it's lunchtime now. Right, so you have all this wood. So we just keep a number of it around for our use, just in case. And I wish that it could be used in a better sense. Here we are. See what the hawk is going to do? I think it's a brown-tailed hawk. We can't zoom, but there we are. Trying to find something to eat too. Everyone trying to survive. So survival is the main thing. You survive, and while you survive, you offer love and support in this world. And so it's part of the cycle, the old cycle of things. And as you do more of that, you'll find that you have a better mindset than just being selfish in this world and don't have anything to offer. You offer prayer, you offer food and comfort and all sorts of things. So this, wow, I didn't know that they were coming. The truck came and picked up the leaves, and so, wow, somebody knew that they were coming. Anyway, I just have this this bit to rake up my sticks, of course. So as we continue raking up these sticks, it's a matter of each year I prepare for spring. It's winter now, but I kind of get the sticks off the lawn and prepare for the coming spring already. My. So I send greetings to Greetings to all my friends and things all over the world, especially in the Caribbean and England, Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania. And I wish you all the best for this new year, and just encourage you to make it the most encouraging thing. And all my friends are here too in this country, United States. A number of you have stick with the station for quite a while and see what I bring. And maybe my station is here to take you to the exciting things, but also to lend some encouragement. So I offer my thanks and appreciation to all of you who have supported this station. And I really say thanks. Wish you all the best. Wish you all the best for the new year. This new year. I don't know what it's gonna bring us, but all I know, time is not stagnant, folks. Time is not stagnant when it comes to our lives. For all my friends who are having aches and pains, I offer a word of prayer that you may be comforted in as best as possible. And don't forget your medication too. Your medication, your meditation, your relaxation, your walk, exercise, and diet. And so that all that help you to live a wonderful life. And if you have to do the operation just like me, well, you pray about it and do what you have to do. Look at me, raking and walking. Last year this time I was with a walking stick, and I have to give thanks for this moment. Really have to give thanks that I'm walking and feeling fairly well. One of the sides are acting up, but it's a matter of keep moving and keep going, and things will improve. So it's greetings to all of you. As I talk and I say that, I can just see a lot of your faces, and my mind is running from the city to the country to the down by the rivers, up in the mountains, the hills, and where you are, I know you are trying to look out for yourselves and the family. Well, Shippy the Explorer seemed like the coldness has brought on some inspiration, some words, whatever it means. Here to deliver it, and let me get my wheelbarrow and see what well, here we are, back again with the wheelbarrow and garden talk. Well, a special greetings to all the folks and family in Jamaica. I really hope that you have settled yourself and all the support that came in, that you have managed to either reconstruct your home or build temporary homes for yourselves and get in there to really live a decent life, you know. Really wish you all that things are how you that sorry. You hear me huffing and puffing? Yeah, it's part of the whole exercise thing. Well, here we go. It has been a rough year, folks, especially in Jamaica, Cuba, and other parts of the Caribbean with that hurricane. Miss Melissa really did some damages. So frightening, and really don't want to go back to that too much, but you know, I could see the stress in the faces of the members of the family. Shock. It's like a bomb dropped on the land, like a nuclear bomb struck. These people were shocked, man. So as the battery begins to die on me, I say this has been a short, inspirational, hopefully inspirational message to you. And so this is Shippy the Explorer saying from the garden, the garden talk. You have a wonderful day, and well, hopefully you've heard some of my words and encouragement. So be good to yourself and others, and so we The young lady coming back from and she's asking me if I drink my chocolate tea. No, not yet. I'm in the cold now, so when I come in now, I'll drink my chocolate tea. All right, so you can look at the chair if you want. We'll put it back together and see if I get my screwdriver. Yeah, so yeah, soon coming. So this is it from the Garden Talk, folks. Shippy the Explorer saying hopefully you have a wonderful day. We're saying hi to the neighbors. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yes, wonderful day. Hopefully have a wonderful time off from here as I continue raking up these leaves and branches, and so I get my exercise, and that's what it's all about. So from the Garden Talk, this is Shippy the Explorer saying bye for now. Be good. The 2nd of January, I say, continue to progress and live and love. Bye for now.